Hey everyone, welcome back. And welcome to the first in what will be a series of monthly kanji review videos. Now, as a bit of a backstory, about a month ago I decided to create an Instagram account for this YouTube channel, and the purpose is to introduce new kanji based on what you might find on the JLPT, or the Japanese Language Proficiency Test. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with the JLPT, it is split up into 5 different difficulties, the N5 being the easiest, and then going down to the N1, which is the most difficult. So every week on Monday, I introduce a new N5 kanji, Tuesday is N4, and then going to Friday, which is N1. As you can see on the screen here, the way I kind of break these slides down is on the very top, we have the kanji. In the middle, we have the meaning, and then on the bottom, we have the ways to pronounce the kanji. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but basically the Kun'yomi is the Japanese pronunciation, and the Onyomi is the Chinese pronunciation. I will include a link to a website that does a much better and detailed job as far as explaining this, so you can find that in the description. The app that I used to create these slides is called Freeform, and it didn't really allow me to make the kanji as exact as I would have liked, but it was still a lot neater than if I would have just written it by hand. So I'm going to look at other options to see if there's maybe an app that will allow me to write or to draw the kanji in a way that is more true to how they actually look and not how it looks based on the tools provided. So with that covered, let's go ahead and get started. So to start things off, very simple kanji for 1. So we've got the Kun'yomi here is ichi, and the Onyomi is hito. And for this kanji, if you were to put this in front of the kanji for person, then you would get hitori, or 1 person. Right. Next we have 2. Makes sense. The Kun'yomi is huta, and the Onyomi is ni. So just like 1, if you put this in front of the kanji for person, you get 2 people, or hutari. Next we have 3, big surprise. The Onyomi is san, and this has 2 Kun'yomi, mi and then mi, where the last part is kind of elongated. So for this one, for example, if you put this in front of the kanji for day, then you get mikka, which means the 3rd day of the month. All right, next we have 4. The Onyomi is shi, and the Kun'yomi are yo, and then yon. Next is 5. Onyomi is go, and Kun'yomi is itsu. 6. Onyomi is roku, and riku. And Kun'yomi, we have mu, mutsu, and mui. And then the last of the N5 kanji is 7. The Onyomi is shichi, and the Kun'yomi are nana and nano. And my favorite word that has this kanji in it is shichimincho, which means turkey. So from this point forward, I started to include words that include these kanji in them, and you can find these in the description box below. So the first of the N4 words is early or fast. The Kun'yomi are so and sa, and the Onyomi is haya. So for this kanji, the 2 words that I chose were hayakuchi, which combines fast and mouth to give you a fast talker, or fast talking, and then souchou, which combines fast or early and morning to give you early morning. Next is forest or grove. The Onyomi is rin, and Kun'yomi is hayashi. And for this, the kanji actually is just the tree kanji, but 2 of them. So 2 trees, I guess, equals a forest. And the word that I included for this was ringyou, which combines forest and business to give you forestry. Next, we have rice field or paddy, and even the kanji kind of looks like a rice field divided into 4 sections. The onyomi is den, and the kun'yomi is ta. And for this one, I have Yuden, which combines oil and rice field to give you oil field. And because I couldn't find something that had ta in it, I chose to give kind of an outlier kanji, which is Inaka, which means countryside. And it combines the kanji for rice field and cottage or inn. Now you might have noticed that Inaka does not have den or ta in it. And this introduces a third way of pronouncing some kanji, which is the nanori. This is usually only found when you see kanji like in someone's name or combined with certain other kanji. So I wouldn't really focus on trying to learn these. Instead, I would just kind of keep that in. I would keep these readings in mind just in case you see, a reading that doesn't align with what you've learned, as far as the kun'yomi and onyomi. So you'll see it occasionally, but I wouldn't really pay too much heed to it in the beginning. Okay, next we have sound or noise. The onyomi is on, and the kun'yomi are oto and ne. And for this, I chose the word Ongaku, which combines sound and comfort to give you music. And what I think is quite a Japanese word, Honne, which combines true and sound to give you someone's true feelings. So this is used a lot in conjunction with tatemai, which is the outward appearance. So as an example, if there's somebody you really dislike, then kind of the dislike would be the honne, but then if you put on a smile, like a fake smile, then that's the tatemai, that's the face that you're showing everyone outside, even though your inner feelings are the complete opposite. Okay, next we have power or strength. The onyomi is ryoku and riki, and kun'yomi is chikara. So by itself, chikara means power. And then the word I chose for this is Denryoku, which combines electricity and power to give you electric power. Okay. Next we have evening. The onyomi is seki and the kun'yomi is yu. And I couldn't really find a word that had seki in it, so I'm just including one word with yu, which is Yuushoku. And this combines evening and eat to give you dinner. And the last of the in-4 kanji we have is sentence or literature. The onyomi is bun and mon, and the kun'yomi is humi and aya. And for this, the words I chose were Bungaku, which combines sentence and study to give you literature, and then Monku, which combines sentence and phrase to give you an objection or complaint. So in this case, the included kanji don't exactly make too much sense, when looking at what it actually means. So it's not always clear cut as evening and eat equals dinner. Okay, moving on to the first of the in-3 words, we have grass or draft. The kun'yomi is sol, and the onyomi is kusa. And the word I chose for this is Soushoku, which combines grass and eat to give you herbivorous. Then we go to king or rule. This one only has an onyomi, which is o. And for this we have jo'o, which combines woman, and king to give you queen. Okay, next we have number or amount. The onyomi is su, and the kun'yomi is kazu. And for this we have Suugaku, which combines number and study to give you mathematics. Next we have mixing or association. The onyomi is ko, and the kun'yomi are ma, maji, and ka. And for this I have two words. The first is Gaikou, which combines outside and mixing to give you diplomacy. And then the verb Majiru, which means to associate with or mingle with. Next we have straightaway or honest. The onyomi are choku, jiki, and jika, and the kun'yomi is tada and nao. And for this we have Shoujiki, which combines correct and honest to give you honest or frank. And then masugu, which combines true and straightaway to give you straight ahead. Now we have park or garden. The onyomi is en, and the kun'yomi is sono. And for this kanji, I'll give you koen, which combines public and park to give you public park. And dobutsu-en, the dobutsu means animal, and then en is park, so that gives you animal park or a zoo. All right, now we move to valley. The onyomi is koku and the kun'yomi is tani. And for this, we just have tani, which equals valley. All right, moving on to the in two words. We have party or faction. The kun'yomi is nakama and mura, and onyomi is to. And you'll see to a lot more frequently for this kanji than the nakama or the mura. And the word I chose for this is jiyu to. Jiyu is comprised of the kanji for oneself and reason, which gives you liberty. So liberty plus party will give you the Liberal Party. So this is Japan's Liberal Party. Next we have bug or insect. The onyomi is chu, and the kun'yomi is mushi. So by itself, mushi means insect. And for chu, the word I chose is sachuzai. And this combines the kanji for kill, insect, and medicine to give you insecticide or pesticide. Okay, next we have ko and cooperation. This only has an onyomi, which is kyo. And for this we have kyokai, which combines cooperation and meeting to give you an association or society. Next we have bomb or burst. The onyomi is baku, and the kun'yomi is ha. So for baku, we have bakuhatsu, which combines bomb and discharge to give you explosion. And then for ha, we have the verb hazeru, which means to burst open. Next we have fur or hair. And this one I actually had to draw by hand because the tools didn't really allow me to get that little curve on the bottom right there. So the onyomi for this is mo, and the kun'yomi is ke. So for mo, we have mofu, which combines fur and cloth to give you blanket. And for ke, we have kami no ke. The kami is like the hair on your head. The no signifies possession, and then ke. So the hair on your head plus hair just gives you the hair on your head. Next we have calculate or number. The onyomi is san, and the kun'yomi is soro. So for this we have sansu, which combines calculate and number to give you arithmetic. And then soroban, which combines calculate and board to give you an abacus. And actually, one time I went to a restaurant in Japan with a friend, and when it was time to pay the bill, we went up to the front, and instead of a register, they had an abacus. And the last of the into kanji we have is feathers, or counter for birds. So as a little aside, there are a lot of counters in Japan. So for example, this is the counter when you're counting birds. Satsu is the counter for books. So isatsu, nisatsu will be 1 book or 2 books. So the onyomi is u, and kun'yomi is ha, wa, and hane. And for this, I kind of separated the ha and the ne, so you wouldn't just read it as like H-A-N-E, hane. For u, we have umo, which combines feathers and fur to give you plumage or down. And for hane, we have hane pen, which combines feathers and pen to give you a quill pen. And starting the in-one kanji, we have dart or arrow. The kun'yomi is ya, and the onyomi is shi. So for this, we have yumiya, which combines bow and arrow to give you bow and arrow. And actually, the word bow and arrow can also be read as kyushi. So this takes care of the ya and the shi. Next, we have lineage or system, which only has onyomi, which is kei. And for this, we have keizu, which is lineage plus map to give you family tree. Okay. Next, we have Shinto shrine or palace. The onyomi are kyu, ku, gu, and ku. And looks like I forgot to include the ku in parentheses there. And the onyomi is miya. So the words we have for this are Yuden, which combines Shinto shrine and palace to give you palace. And then we have omiya, which combines the prefix o, which you can put in front of some words to make them more polite. So the honorific prefix plus Shinto shrine, and that gives you Shinto shrine. So omiya. Okay, next we have notebook or account book. The onyomi is chou, and the kun'yomi is tobari. And for this, we have one word, techou, which combines hand and notebook to give you a notebook or a memo pad. Right, next, we have opponent or rival. The onyomi is teki, and the kun'yomi are kataki and kana. So for this is another kind of weird one, steki, which combines elementary plus opponent to give you lovely or wonderful. So try to figure out how that makes sense. And then we have kanawanai, which basically means there is no opponent. So this means no match for, or to not be a match for someone. So someone is, way above your level. Next, we have number or residence. The onyomi are dai and te, and no kun'yomi. And for this, we have dai isho, which combines number, the number 1, and then chapter to give you chapter 1. So dai isho is chapter 1, dai nisho is chapter 2, and so on. And the last one for in-one is class or rank. And this only has an onyomi, which is Q. And for this, we have Koukyu, which combines high and class to give you high class. And a different class in the next word, which is Dokyusei, which is same plus class plus life to give you classmate. And that will wrap it up for the kanji for the month of May. So I hope to be doing this every month. And as always, if there are any videos you'd like to see in the future, please let me know. As well as if you have any suggestions for how to make these types of videos better in general, please let me know. As I think I've mentioned before, I am in no way technologically gifted, so this has all been quite a learning experience for me, a bit of a trial by fire. But aside from that, please like and comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time.